Hey everybody, David Yang here. Thank you guys for tuning into my video. So this week we're going to be talking about affordable housing and specifically what is it and why does it matter? So what actually is an affordable housing project? Now, at a high level, this is a professionally built and professionally managed apartment development designed to serve working households who are priced out of market rate housing. Now, affordable housing doesn't mean free housing and it doesn't mean government owned housing. It means rents are structured so people aren't spending an unsustainable portion of their income just to have a place to live. So, who is this type of housing meant for? Now, this type of housing is typically meant for working families, seniors, and individuals with stable jobs, people who contribute to the community but can't afford the rising rents. Now, we're talking about like teachers, healthcare workers, service workers, and others who are essential to the local economy but are increasingly being priced out. So, how is affordable actually defined? Well, affordability is usually defined as housing costs that don't exceed about 30% of a household's income. So instead of rents being set purely by market demand, they're tied to income levels in the area, specifically something called area median income or AMI. Now, that's what keeps housing predictable and sustainable for residents. So, why does affordable housing need special funding structures? Well, the biggest challenge is that construction costs and land costs and financing costs are high, but rents are intentionally capped. Now, in a market rate development, rising costs can often be passed through higher rents. In an affordable housing complex, you can't do that. So, without some type of financial support or incentive, these projects simply wouldn't be feasible to build. So, what is the low income housing tax credit? Well, the low income housing tax credit, or LIHTC, is a federal program designed to encourage private developers to build affordable housing. The 4% LIHTC is one version of that program, and it's typically paired with tax exempt bonds and is commonly used for large scale developments. Now, instead of giving developers cash grants, the program provides tax credits over a 10-year period. How do those tax credits actually help make the project work? Now, those tax credits are sold to investors, usually large institutions, and these investors provide the equity upfront in exchange for the tax benefits. That equity reduces how much debt the project needs to carry. And when a project has less debt, it doesn't need to charge high rents to cover loan payments. That's the key. Now, what does the project have to do in return for receiving these tax credits? In exchange for the tax credits, the project agrees to long-term affordability restriction. That means certain percentage of the units must be reserved for households earning within specific income limits, typically between 30 to 60% of the AMI or area median income. Those rents are regulated and enforced for at least 10 years. So, what does this mean for residents? For residents, it means stability. They get quality housing with predictable rents. They're not constantly worried about being priced out year after year. And because these are professionally managed properties, residents also get consistent maintenance, oversight, and accountability. So, what does this mean for the surrounding community? Now, affordable housing supports the broader community in a lot of ways. It helps local employers retain workers, it reduces displacement, and it creates construction jobs. It also creates long term economic activity. These developments also go through extensive oversight, compliance, and public review. They're not temporary or informal housing solutions. Now, why is the 4% LIHTC model important right now? Without it, many communities simply wouldn't see any new affordable housing built. Costs have gone up, but incomes haven't really kept pace. The 4% LIHTC allows private capital to be used in a way that serves a public need responsibly at scale. So, what's the bigger picture here? Why does this matter? Now, at the end of the day, affordable housing is about balance. It's about allowing communities to grow without pushing people out. And the 4% LIHTC is one of the most important tools we have to make that happen. These projects aren't just about today, they're about creating long term housing stability for decades to come. Now, that was just a short explanation of affordable housing and the LIHTC program. Now, if you have questions about it, feel free to reach out to me. If you're interested in it, please comment down below, especially what you guys think about affordable housing, or if you guys want to know more. Now, if you are in the affordable housing space, if you are a developer, a nonprofit, a government organization, and you want to reach out and talk more about affordable housing, definitely, again, reach out to me. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning into my video this week. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys on the next one.